the way to work this morning. Yay! The Cobalt is sold. Already got paid for it and everything. It's still in the garage because I'm still peeling the window tint out of the back window. It's kind of been like an all-week process. I'm getting close to getting it all off. Tomorrow it goes to get reconstructed. Kid's getting it then. I was going to go to the auction tomorrow morning and look around, but instead of rush before the auction, I thought, you know, I'm very close to it when I'm at work. So I'm just going to go after work and go look around. I'm going to take you guys with me. So we're going to the auction today, and I will tell you, there's another auction around here the other direction. I have a much better list. I would bid there, but I do not have the time to run there and look the cars over. Blind bidding has not been my strong suit for the last couple cars. Haha! So for the next couple cars, I'm going to have to play it safe, go and look them over. I know it's going to be a little bit more boring, but I'm probably going to get more budget-friendly cars right now that are not, you know, expensive fixes, because I need to watch my budget. With this Cobalt really set me back on my goals, set me back with a Z and everything. So that's why I'm going to look at them today. So when I get off of work today, I will see you guys then. Man, I'll tell you what, boys, I could not have picked a more beautiful day to go to the auction yard. So I'm excited. Sunroof open. Let's go. Don't worry, this is not what I'm interested in. It's really windy today. It's really warm. It's really windy. So yeah, I'm going to have to excuse my audio. I'm going to go with whatever comes out of the camera. So if it's crappy, I'm sorry. I'm going to do my best. This is a low mileage Audi TT. Interior is actually really nice. It has 55,000 miles on it. Honestly, this is not what I'm looking for. I did want to look at it. It does look like a really nice car. The front end, the frame rail's bent. I'm not going to start the car up. It's got stock exhaust. It's not going to be that exciting anyways. 55,827, and all the foam is coming out of the dash. Come on. You. There's foam inside of these vents, and they deteriorate over time. It's just blowing it out. But this thing needs a whole dash panel, the steering wheel bag, frame rail. It's a lot worse than it looks. It doesn't look that bad, but yeah, it is. So you know what these feel like on the interior to me? I feel like a Beetle, which for all the right reasons, it basically is a Beetle. But let's look around at stuff I'm actually interested. Actually, I just went Asian there. This is a Lexus GS 350. It's listed that it doesn't run. There's no power to it. I would like to honestly try to start this thing, even though it's listed as a non-runner. I'll tell you what, it has a very strong scent in here of Christmas trees. You want to know why? Black ice Christmas trees. Look how many are hanging down here. But in all honesty, guys, I mean, Scotty Kelmore He's right. If you want to get something that is reliable, honestly, Toyota, Lexus, Scion, they're all very reliable cars, given they were taken care of. My Scion has been nothing but good to me since I went all over it and fixed it up. GS300 I did was a very nice vehicle. This is a very nice luxury ride. I like it, but yeah, there's absolutely no power to it. No way of knowing how many miles are on it. So I might try to hook the jumper up later. My guess on this one is there's going to be a pyro fuse or something for the ignition. The battery looks brand new that's in it. And we got nothing. So that's probably why. Well, that's a 19 battery, but still, you would think they'd been able to jump start this. Now this Crown Vic is a donated vehicle. It has brand new tires on it, all four corners. It has 110,000 miles on it. It's a clean title. And it has just a little bit of damage on the side there. But it's listed as runs and drives. Now I normally, and I know this is backwards, I normally stay away from clean titles. Because, I mean, why do you put a clean title in the auction? And it's dead. There's normally something wrong with a car that's, I mean, I'm not saying all of them are, but I'm saying a lot of them. I'm saying like 3 out of 5. There's something wrong with them, and that's the reason why they put them in the auction. Now, I haven't really seen any of the ones I was really looking at yet, but this was one of them. Mercedes ML320 CDI. It's a turbo diesel V6. The engine sounds healthy, surprisingly. It has 200,000 miles on it, 202,000 miles on it. Thing fired right up, and the engine actually sounds really good. And the only warning on the dash is to top off the coolant. So, like, I wasn't as interested in this thing, but now that I've looked at it, I'll top off washer fluid. That's it. The thing feels nice. The leather is very good condition. Like, the driver's seat doesn't even have any wear on it. Sunroof, it's good. It's got a full tank on top of that. I like this thing. I like it a lot. And at the moment, it is extremely cheap. And I don't know if that's because people were scared of it being a Mercedes with the high miles. But it being a diesel, I'm telling you, it sounds really good. 202,000 miles on it. It was just, the oil was just changed 5 months ago. At 1,000 miles ago. Yeah, pretty freaking nice. I have to say that. It needs a fender, probably a control arm here, maybe some suspension. I'm trying to see what's in here. I'm looking on my camera. Control arm. I don't think it bent anything underneath. Everything looks good in there. I'll have to go look at the other side and see what it looks like. Oh, I found it. That could be it right there. The top control arm. So yeah, this is a very much contender. I don't really want to have to deal with quarter panel work, but I'll do it anyways if I have to. It's got a little bit of a dent on the door here, a little bit of a dent here. We might just try to hammer it out with the mileage on it. But this is It's actually a really nice ride. This is a 2014 Jeep Cherokee, and out of any of them so far, this is probably the easiest fixed. 75,000 miles on it. Really clean inside. I haven't tried to start it yet. Might as well. Oh, it was a short person. Well, power seat. Had a power hatch in the back. These seats are comfortable. Oh, she's dead. Oh man. Nope, we ain't gonna be able to start this one right now. I am gonna try to start this one though. This is nice. This is a really nice Jeep. I like this. Anyways, main damage is in the back, and it's not as bad as it looked. They have these plastic pieces off and everything. Look at this. Notice the gaps are all good here, and the gap over here is also good. And look down in here, and that's also good. Besides breaking the bumper mount, which is not a big deal, breaking the bumper, this is all plastic. Nothing right here, and this vicinity's bent. The bottom dashboard's bent. There's a little rip right there, which is nothing bad. This bar is bolt-in. It's replaceable. I haven't looked underneath yet. Nothing really underneath got damaged as well. Everything's looking good under here. So under the hood, it's a 2.4 4-cylinder multi-air, whatever that means. I don't really know much about these, because you want to know why? It's a Jeep. But looking down in the front bumper area here, I can see there. I can pull this out and see the bar is straight. So it's not out of place. It's just the bumper cover just needs some touch-up work. It's not even that bad. So that's one for the list. So this one in the pictures, I could see the door was damaged. Didn't know the extent of it or where it was hit just looking at it, but I did not notice this is smashed in. It broke the windshield. That's busted. It pushed this whole pillar in, busted the dashboard, busted at like the whole interior over here in the corner and stuff. And this has high miles on it, and I was interested because of the stick shift, but that's more damage than I wanted to get into right now at this moment. All this thing did was the axle clamp slid on the freaking leaf spring back here. That's it. Gave her a little too much gas and she just drove the rear axle forward on the side. Yeah, that's fun. I ran her right into the cab. Heaviest hood I've ever felt. Oh my god. This is a pretty plain Jane 2012 Nissan Altima. It's really clean inside. Mine is, I don't know if that's broken or if it looks like it just came off the hinges. Yeah, that can be reattached. Plain Jane, brand new tires on this thing. It still has freaking nipples on them. And we love nipples. Yeah, baby. Yeah. But no real red flags inside. It was obviously in a rear end accident before and had the rear end repainted. Thus, you can see the sand marks on the deck lid and the paint over top of the paint. Only thing I'm seeing wrong in here, well, the headliner's dirty. It's a little dirty inside, but it's this seat's not in bad condition. And it needs a really good clean. And whatever goes right here, I'm thinking it's the mirror adjustment. It's either down in there, which I think it's down in there. It's there, but push button start, like my Z. It's just like my Z. Motor don't sound bad. 162,000 miles on it. Check the air conditioning now that it's since I've been having so many problems with air conditioning lately. I heard the compressor kick on. I know it's a CVT, which is, kind of not good, but the damage is not that bad on this thing, and this would be an easy fix for me, and that's really what I'm looking for. Maintenance lights on, so the oil needs changed. I did check the oil and it's fine. Air conditioning works. Let's check the drive. Okay, I got the brake on, but it's pulling fine. And there's no codes on the dash. And I know when I had that problem with that CVT and that one that I bought before, it gave me a code for the CVT. It was a performance or something like that. There's no codes on this. Oh, the air conditioning feels great. This is actually definitely one of my top contenders because I want to get something that I can sell budget friendly. I've been getting a lot of sports cars and stuff, and there's a lot of people asking me they want work rides, want cheap cars. This is exactly what people were looking for. So this is actually a really nice car, and it's comfortable. This seat's very comfortable. That Jeep had a very nice seat too. So I don't know. But yes, this is a contender, guys. I know, boring.
This is some boring stuff.
I'm sorry. Like, I'm a normal person, okay? I'm not a big YouTuber. I'm not looking. I'm sorry. You ain't gonna see a Ferrari on here. Maybe a Camaro. Maybe a Mustang. Just, I can't do it. I can't do it, guys. Yeah, as for the damage on this, would probably just get a whole new trunk lid because of that, and being that it was already damaged. Down in here, this is a little bent. I think from the rust on this, that this was previous damage, but this is really not that bad. This just needs to be popped out a little bit. Most of the damage is right here, and I don't think we can get at that from the inside, but we could, if we could. I don't know. Let me see if I can let me try to get this trunk open. All right, so we got her popped open. So the tail lights are in here. Trim pieces. Oh yeah, we can hammer that out. No problem. As long as you have access to the back side of these things, I mean, you can do a good bit just with a hammer. This whole thing needs to come out. Just gonna roll this quarter panel out. It would be hard to get it perfect, but you could get that a lot better with just a hammer. Also, you could weld, which would probably be your best option to pull it, would be to weld a tab in here and then pull on it, and you could weld it like back in here, back where this bumper trim was, weld it back in there and pull on it from that part so that you don't mess. Well, I mean, you're gonna have to do body work out here anyways, but you get what I'm saying. This thing smells like a freaking campfire inside of it. I'm sorry, but this Hummer did not fare out well. I think it's a burn. I haven't looked it up. I don't even have it listed. Seat is just annihilated. Center console's annihilated. It's just dirty as can be. This thing is rough. There's a DVD with some duct tape on it here. Hummer black. Under hood fire. Okay, so there was an under hood fire. And it... Okay. Nothing. Which I figured. But yeah, this is not something I'd be interested in anyways. This thing's a dumpster fire. This is a non-runner and it was trashed. Oh my god. Oh, and it stinks. Can't even do this, but this is a V8 automatic. It was abandoned, I'm guessing. It's nasty. Scion XD, very high miles. Got hit in the back bumper, chipped the paint. Sounds like it runs fine. Oh, well, look at this. I hope that's crayon. Okay, it is coming off. Whatever that is, it came off. So, but yeah, there's swirls all over it, like a kid drew all over it, but I think it's crayon, to be honest with you. Sounds like it got an exhaust leak. Not in bad shape. It's surprising. I was surprised at how well the interior held up. There's rust on it, which I don't really care for. I don't think anybody cares for rust. I can't really see the undercarriage of this thing because it's too low. But I'd have to get this thing really cheap. It needs tires, especially the back tires look like they're bald. I'll have to view that footage when I get a chance, but I can't really see underneath it. Very nice Walmart stereo that I normally put in everything, so they know what's up. They must watch my videos. Oh my, oily. What did they do? Melt the intake right there, back together? Ew, this thing hasn't been taken care of. I can tell that it had the valve cover off at one point in time, because it's all sealed. Like I can see sealant down in there, but it's oily. This thing needs some help. It needs some milk. Honestly, I'm probably gonna let this one be, just because of if it was really clean, like the engine looked really clean, then yes, but it's not. There's really nothing left on this thing. Being an R title till you paint the rear bumper, and you got those rust patches and tires. It's not worth it right now. Jetta TDI, 140,000 miles. They marked up a bunch of stupid crap, I'm gonna say, but I mean, you have to do that being an insurance adjuster. But like this, that's a dent right there, so they marked to chop it right here. It's all straight from there out. Like this is straight and this is straight, and it's just got a dent on top, so that's covered by the fender. Let's mark it up. There's some areas marked on the other side, like on this apron here, and I didn't even see any damage on it, but whatever, they marked it. All that stuff's off the front hood. I believe this thing runs. This is not in the auction that I'm bidding on. They obviously put the bumper in here, which I don't like, but you gotta deal with that sometimes. I'm assuming this is gonna run. It's an automatic. Of course, they have the washer. They had the it was spraying the washer because the bumper was tight against it. Why do they gotta do this shit? Fired right up. Nothing wrong with this thing. I mean, besides the coolant. Well, this thing's got some crap. I can't even get it to hold it back. Yeah, the motor sounds fine. But I just wanted to check this thing out in case I don't get anything this week. This is the next week, which is already going to be over for you guys. But yeah, just another option later. Fiat 500 with 81,000 miles on it. This thing ought to run fun. It's got like little dings all over it. The hood's got dings. There's dings on the back on the roof panel. I don't think there's any kind of threat here at all. I don't see it. The motor's pretty. Ooh. Okay. Airbag failure. The thing started, then shut off. It says low fuel. Tire pressure monitoring unavailable. Front left door. Yeah, airbag failure. So this thing has some issues. I'm not really keen on these. I just figured I'd give it a look if it was nice. It's not. It's not nice. And I can't even get out of the freaking thing. Do you? Ruh-roh, Raggy. It's hard to find a low mileage FJ anymore, and they're all going for top dollar. And this one was listed, it has 81,000 miles on it, and besides the pole damage here, it also was listed as mechanical damage. And I thought maybe it pushed back into the engine. Only thing I'm seeing is the busted air box here, which I think that's just the shield. And I'm not seeing, I thought everything got back into it. Now the last one I looked at, it was listed as mechanical damage. It had the fan. These are just a regular mechanical fan, and it was busted. And it was making this thing shake and run rough. So I'm thinking it might be what's wrong with this. But this is actually one of the better ones that I've seen here at auction. The only downside to this is they have it listed as a buy it now for like 9,000 or something like that. It's a good bit of wear for 80-some thousand miles. Was there an animal chewing on this? What? It's dirty. Oh, it stinks like cigarettes. Oh, it stinks. Nice and good. Well, it has no power, but I know, I can tell you right now, can't afford this one. I just wanted to check it out, and it's nasty inside. It stinks bad. So this dart was hit in the front, I'm guessing. I don't see any other damage except for the hood right here. Wow, this thing is freaking clean. How many miles are on this again? 85,000? This thing is super clean, which I like. Okay, so there's a mount over here broken, I'm guessing. No.
There's a piece missing from there to there, and from there to there. Front bumper, hood. Could probably fix that hood, to be honest with you. This is another contender. Got good tires whole way around. I just need to check this thing over, make sure there's no other damage on this thing other than that front end, and I'm not seeing it. It's looking good. Wheel center. This thing's looking pretty decent. This wheel centered. Let me look underneath it.
Underneath's just skid plates, but I don't see any fluids leaking out.
Now, I would think there'd be no reason why this wouldn't start. Nice. Seat covers. Protected the seats. Seats are in really good condition. No airbags. It would be a lot cleaner if there wasn't a bumper inside of here. Thank you, Copart. Thank you a lot. Let me move this. So, I got the bumper moved. Thankfully, front and rear seats have covers. And they haul dogs, I can tell you that, because there's lots of hair on the back seat. I don't know if we have power yet. Oh, yeah. Well, this thing should start up no problem. I don't see an issue with this one. Heated seats. Well, that's nice. This seat is it's like straight up and down. Turn signals out, obviously. Oh, this thing sounds good. This is actually really nice. So this is a contender. One of my options here. Parking brakes engaged, we know that. I'll check engine lights went out. Only thing on the dash is for the headlights and stuff. So, yeah, I like this one so far. Only downside to this is red is the most expensive color to paint, but still, you're gonna paint a front bumper and a hood. That's it. So, this is actually a really good one. This is really good. Please, before you guys get upset, I can explain. There is no way in hell I would bid on this unless it was in really good condition. I know you can get the parts cheap. It's no problem. Good tires. I was checking it for rust. I didn't realize there was dents in that door. I wouldn't worry about it. Stick shift. The interior needs cleaned pretty bad, but it has power. And it doesn't smell bad in here, so these are just the GM dirty seats you get. But I looked under the one corner, and I mean, there's surface rust, but it's actually in really good shape. So, like, given this went cheap enough, I'd bid on this. I don't really want to be honest with you. Okay. She started for a second and then died out, but the battery's really low. It actually, it sounds like it jumped time. This is, okay. Never mind on this one. Oh, these shifters in these suck. The SS shifter is actually really nice. This, not so nice. This feels like a ping pong ball. No worry, kids. Off to the next one. Hear me out. Possibly one of the ugliest cars ever made, but very versatile. Okay? These dents I wouldn't even worry about because this thing has 219,000 miles on it. But I don't even know how you open these doors. How do you open the rear doors? Oh, wait a minute. They're suicide doors. That's the hinge. These things, complete plastic on the inside. Suicide doors. Seats in the back. These seats fold up. Go against the wall. And then you have a full open space in the back. With these plastic floors like this, you can spray the inside of this out with a hose. And on top of that, grabbing gears, yo!
VTEC just kicked in, yo! Ah!
So, although there's not much meat on the bone on this one, it's a Honda, high miles, stick shift, and I don't think they're all-wheel drive. I think this is just a front-wheel drive model. Let me check. No axles in the back, only front-wheel drive model. This opens up, this opens down. If I remember how to do it, it's been a while. And then, like I said, your seats fold up against the walls. These things are actually really cool. Like, honestly, if I could find one of these with low mileage, I'd rock one of these for a work ride and a beater. Damage on this thing is pretty minimal. I don't even know if anything got bent up here. It just broke the bumper, I think. I'd have to look and see what's underneath this side over here. But that center portion, that's actually just a clip-in piece. You basically just need a bumper, and this isn't even a painted bumper, so no paint work to be had. If I remember right, this has a 2.4 liter. Yes, 2.4 liter, 4-cylinder Honda engine. Really clean, dry. It's a little grimy up around the fill cap, but that's probably from somebody spilling it. Pretty decent condition. I don't know what they sprayed on the battery terminals. I don't think I've ever seen that. It looks like it's purple. I'm sure it's some sort of corrosion stuff, but exhaust looks good. Everything looks good on this. This top is bent a little bit. As you can see, it's straight over here, and you see the angle on it over here. I'd hook that to my lift and pull that right out. Dent in the hood, I'd just pop that out, put a bumper on it. This would be a simple fix. It's got really good tires on it, which I like. I hope it has power. Yes! Oh, this thing's healthy. It sounds good. Do have a check engine light on. Maintenance required. This thing's sounds good. Might need coolant. Gearbox feels good. It's a 5-speed. And try it in 3rd gear. Yep, it's trying to stall it out. So the clutch is good in this. The interior is actually really nice. It's in good shape. You kind of hear an echo in here because of the lack of carpeting and soft materials. It's a lot of hard materials. But honestly, this thing's pretty comfy. This seat has some play to it. A little bit. I don't know if it's a bigger person or if the bolts are loose. You can see that. But I like this. This would be, and these, you normally can get a really good price on these things because people don't like them. I mean, if the AC worked, the AC just kicked on. The AC works in this thing. So yes, this is decent. I like this. I know a lot of people don't like these, but I think it's pretty cool. I'd like to make an off-road buggy with one of these. I think that'd be pretty cool. So I know, you don't know, but this one, I like it. I even like the color of it. It's like a, actually I think it's just black. I thought it was like a dark gray. There's dents everywhere. There's a dent here. I haven't even looked at the passenger side yet. Still good tires. It's actually in pretty good shape on this side. Yeah. I did not even know this until I just looked at this. I had this on my list just because it's high miles. It looked pretty easy to fix. It is a stick shift. I didn't even know they made these in a stick shift. It's their 2.4 liter neon engine, basically. I'm gonna go ahead and check the fluids and then we'll try to start this one up. There's plenty of oil on the dipstick. It's pretty dark, but it has some. I had a current inspection until last month. That's pretty good. There's a guy I work with that has one of these, and he has almost 400,000 miles on his. Now, I don't think his is a stick shift. I think his is an automatic, but this thing has an exhaust on it. It either has an exhaust leak or has an exhaust on it. Change oil, got a check engine light. Got a little bit of a misfire, which might be the check engine light. Now surprisingly, the air conditioning actually works in this thing. Let me check the gears. Feels like it's pulling pretty good. I'm gonna do third gear. Okay, tried to stall it in third, so that means its clutch is actually pretty strong. I gotta see, is there an exhaust on this, or is it getting off, or what's going on back here? Actually sounds pretty good. I think it's an aftermarket exhaust. Oh, no, it's not. Right there. Right there it is. It's detached. These things don't sound half bad, but if you would straight pipe it. The motor actually, it sounds pretty good. Pretty healthy. So if this thing went for fairly cheap, I'd be interested in it. Stick shift, 4-wheel drive, that's actually really nice. There's some people out there that would love that. This is a fairly nice GTI, but I didn't honestly see this hole in the quarter panel until just now. But you could always just put a patch plate on that. I would not replace the quarter panel for just that. I'd put a piece of metal in there. I'd shape it and put it in there and everything like that. Good tires on this thing. Fairly nice looking. Decent mileage. I don't feel like untaping the hood. They have it taped down, well, to hold the bumper on. Window tint. Love window tint. Interior is really, really nice on this. And this is actually higher of a bid than I want to go. 2-liter turbo. These engines, certain years you want to stay away from timing problems. And if you've ever seen a timing job on these, they're a nightmare, or they can be. The shifter is actually really nice and easy. Let's go ahead and start it. I don't know how you start it. It's a push button start. Maybe I have to hold the brake too. Yeah, I don't know. Car doesn't want to start. It said it ran and drove. It's pretty comfortable. I don't understand that. Got power, but nothing. Okay. Oh well, we tried. So we only got a couple more vehicles left. It's getting kind of windy now. I'm running out of time also. This is one, Cadillac CTS. I don't think it's the all-wheel drive version, so it's just rear-wheel drive. It's purple, if you're into that kind of thing. Pretty nasty, dirty. I don't know. What, my finger? Okay. I just want to make sure that came off. It looked like it had some sort of stain on it. Really good tires on the thing. Front end damage, minimal. Hood, the bumper's not even busted. Headlight, and then whatever it bent underneath. And then there is this, but it didn't hit anything else. Just the windshield. Oh, okay. Hood, windshield, headlight. And that wheel's turned. Is this wheel turned? It is. So yeah, it was a high hit. Whatever it hit, it was probably, I'm guessing, a deer, and it went up into the windshield. Didn't dent the roof either. So, hey, look, a projector. I have one of these in my basement off of one of my Hyundais, and I hit a deer. Relatively higher miles, 174. Interior stinks. It stinks. Why? What did you do there that happened? This thing's nasty inside. I don't know what that smell is. I don't like it. Floor's got a hole in it. They spilt stuff. This is, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Higher mileage if you neglect your car. It's just, this is what happens. So I guess no power at all. And I'm not gonna have, yeah, now the key's locked in it. I'm not gonna have time to jump start any of these, I don't think, because it's getting very close to their closing time. So if I do, I'll come back to this. This Avalanche actually smells pleasant inside. Somebody took care of this one. I did notice on the passenger side there's a little bit of rocker rust. This side, there's none. Like new tires on this thing, 186,000 miles on it. The frame looks solid. These seats are comfy and they are nice. All the manuals are in here. I guess we're just 2 keys and 2 key fobs. When does this happen? Ever? Oh, this thing sounds good. 4-wheel drive, power steering works, everything works. This thing's actually really nice. And the price on this right now is actually really nice. This would be a haul for my truck, but this would be a good investment on this one. I like this one too. Another top contender on the list here. We have a hood, front grille. Headlights are probably fine. They need sanded and buffed. Fender, front bumper, everything else is here. So let me pop the hood. Whatever they hit had yellow paint. Maybe I'm not popping the hood. Might not be happening. Well, I can't get the hood open, but I can tell you that the motor sounds good on it. If I had something skinny like a screwdriver or something, I'd get in there and open the release. But I want to check the air conditioning, and that's pretty much it. It might need the AC charged. It's not cooling off at this moment. It's pretty warm. This is nothing that I would buy, just so you know. Unless it was in really good shape. This one's not in really good shape. I want to see how it sounds. Supercharged V8. I think it's a 4.4 liter. It's quiet, and I don't like the way the motor's sounding. I'm not gonna run this thing anymore. The motor sounded clanky. I didn't like that. Sporty looking car. Really like the wheels. I'm digging those wheels. I'm sure they're very expensive. Slotted rotors. But right next to it's one I wanted to look at. Ta-da! Nissan Juke. Right here is your damage. Didn't even damage the hood. I don't know why they have this light out, but it's looks like nothing else got damaged up here. This is a turbocharged engine. There's your intercooler. None of the coolers got damaged. Nothing underneath looks damaged. Just that front bar there. So let's pop the hood on this sucker. Decent tires. Let me check for damage the whole way around. This one has some damage. There's a little bit. Yeah. No damage really the whole way around, just the front end. And of course, this is probably going to be paired with a CVT. I honestly do not know. There's the front bumper. Nice. I mean, like you're going to miss it. See another car I wanted to look at. I don't have much time left, guys. We're not going to get to jump start anything. Front crossbar does not look bent. No, it doesn't at all. There's the belt, shredded the belt. So the belt goes over here. Boy, that's a tight fit. I don't see any damage over here though, just besides the belt sitting there shredded. I don't know if there's anything else damaged over here. I'm not seeing anything. This thing barely has any oil in it. I'm not even sure if I had anything on the dipstick. I'm trying it again. Yeah, there's some oil in there, but there's not very much. I mean, it's just touching the stick. So, I'm gonna start this thing to see what the motor sounds like, but it's not gonna stay running.
Do we have damage underneath? I see some oil down there, but I don't see anything really alarming. The oil pan's leaking right there. I don't see. Let me look inside here. The oil pan's leaking. I don't see anything really alarming. Guess we'll try to give it a start. Probably won't. I'm gonna guess it's not gonna start. It's a push button. Yeah, it's dead because there's no alternator or anything hooked up. This thing stinks inside. It was a smoker. I do not like smoker vehicles. I just don't. It's you can get the smell out, but it's very hard. And you still, I have a sensitive nose, I guess. I don't know. I can always smell it even afterwards. My battery's low on my camera. It's about to die. But I'm going to try to get the footage I can while I can. This is probably about the last vehicle I'm going to look at anyways. Sonata Hybrid. It's a push button start. And we're dead as well. So these are actually really nice. But this one actually has a lot of damage. It's like all the suspension parts are bent. I think it bent some of the frame underneath. There's a lot of work here. These things get decent gas mileage. My buddy has a Kia Altima hybrid. I think he gets like 38. But for a hybrid, I mean, there's some regular 4-cylinders that get that kind of gas mileage without an electric motor. So, you know, whatever. Highly surprised, but my camera battery died before I got done looking at vehicles. I didn't get to jump start any of them because it was too late. But I looked at a couple more vehicles and they were both contenders. And the price is right! No, but they were both nice vehicles too. I won't describe them. I looked at more than I videoed. I guess just turning my camera on and off so many times, that probably killed it. That's gonna be the end of this episode anyways. If I get something, possibly the next video is gonna be on that. I don't know, my videos are all out of order right now. I'm trying to keep it organized, but you know, when you have a bunch on deck and certain videos that took longer than others and stuff, they get all out of place. So hopefully keep everything in line. But if you like this video, smash that like button, consider subscribing, give it a thumbs down if your Copart membership ran out, and we'll see you on the next episode on Rex. So actually, before I end this episode, you guys like my drone footage, right? You think it's half decent. I'm still pretty much a beginner, but I have a DJI Mavic Air 2, and I really like that drone. I'm not getting rid of that drone, but what will happen if, say, I got a drone that does all the shooting for me, and I don't have to control it or anything? Oh, I'm excited for this one. Just chilling, are you? Gonna get you. What? Stu Bean, you're what? You're tired. You had a full day of napping, didn't you? What are you doing?